I feel like it's time for us to like go away from here, you know what I mean? I've been thinking about it for a long time. T, let's go to Africa.
Shit, nigga, please, be for real.
Yo, I've never been more serious in my life. I mean, we've been to the islands, we've been everywhere. Who says we can't go to Africa? That's all we ever talk about. That's our dream, to go to our homeland, where our roots are.
In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach.
We're taking our talents to Africa.
What?
To Africa.
What?
To Ghana.
What? What? Oh my God, this is big news.
Open your eyes.
When I opened my eyes, I couldn't believe it. Africa, for real. I felt like I never really seen clouds before. I felt like the sky was a different color blue, the trees a different color green, and the people too. The people were beautiful. It felt right. It was harmony, like I wasn't far from home. It's like a whole new beginning.
Hello, and welcome back to Off the Wheel. I'm Dale, and today we're at the intermission point of our season 2 here in Ghana. And so we're traveling back and forth to the States. Dacia is on a mid-year all-girls vacation. And so, you know, we're passing each other in the States. So this is going to be just a thematic video. The theme is inspiration. And so we're going to talk about things that have re-inspired me moving to Ghana, which will lead into one of our offshoots of our Airbnb offerings. But first I want to say thank you to our subscribers, all the lovely notes, the nice messages, the good intentions that are being sent to us. You know, we haven't even been here a year, and the people we've met, the impact we're trying to make and leave has just been inspiring for others, but also to myself and Dacia. And so let's get into it. This is season 2, episode 9, and our group Off the Wheel is growing. We have some new members, and I would encourage anyone who is looking to invest on the continent, and you might not want to move or not move just yet. Anyone who wants to collaborate with like-minded individuals, and by like-minded I mean people who are not coming here to exploit or rake in the dollars by every means necessary, but looking to to build, to collaborate, to partner, to improve. These are the kind of people we are. We're action oriented. We do more. We do more than we talk. We're, for the most part, behind the scenes collaborating. So if these are the kind of things that interest you, to invest in Ghanaian businesses, to get information on what's happening on the streets, then consider joining our group. So we are a membership group of people who have decided to jump off of the wheel. The wheel has expanded. It used to be just an American wheel. Now there's the UK wheel, there's the Caribbean wheel. This wheel, which is just the struggle of keeping up with overpriced, hyper-consumer, predatory capitalism environments where you have to run on that wheel to keep your head above water. Our group Off the Wheel is about getting off of that wheel, coming to Ghana, coming to Africa, and reimagining a new life and using our position and privilege to make our neighborhoods better, make our cities better, make our country better, make the continent better. And we're here to support each other, to bounce ideas off of each other, to collaborate together, to build together. And we want to bring 10,000 people like that into our membership group from all over the world. And we hope you consider joining our group. One of the most fulfilling things I've experienced in moving to Ghana, among many things, was a new infusion of inspiration. And when you're starting with a clean canvas, in this case, a new neighborhood, a new country, a new continent, the future is yours to create. And you're inspired around every corner. We're here to also serve as a bridge for Ghanaian inspiration to be identified, fed, and eventually fulfilled as well. So, what inspires me? When someone is putting in the work is really inspiring to me. You know, you take an idea, you make it happen. It takes courage to start. It takes courage to sacrifice. Now, we all hope in the end our endeavors will be successful. But until that point, I'm inspired at just admiring the effort. It's always very inspiring to interact with our Airbnb guests who come from all over the world and who relate to what we're talking about and what we're sharing from our own experiences. And so when they come and they sit down and we chop it up and we eat food and we compare notes, there are just so many of us who are excited to come here, want to come here, and are looking to find other people like ourselves. So we attract each other. What's also is inspiring is when we go to places and we get recognized by our YouTube subscribers. It's just the weirdest thing. We're not celebrities. We don't feel like celebrities. But we're treated like little mini celebrities, maybe like B celebrities, or no, probably more like C or D celebrities. But it's a warm, heartfelt feeling when people are excited to see you. It's not like people, see us and want to throw shoes at us. People are excited to see us. So we go to these different events. I'm recognized at airports. We're recognized at events. We're recognized on the street. So it's really nice. Also, what's inspiring is, running into people like this guy, Anthony, American, West Coast, here in Ghana for a couple of years, doing incredible things in the education, area with supporting teachers who are underpaid and undersupported here. And I keep running into Anthony. And, first we met at Sizzler. I overheard him talking to someone, recognized his accent, introduced ourselves. Then I ran into him just out of the blue at the African Regent eating breakfast.
Well, I'm going to ask you, what do you think our reasons for keep running into each other? If we run into each other one more time, through no plan of any kind.
Well, because I think I have an honest mission, and you're the person, you are one of the people in this world that are picking up on that because you're in the same realm. You are provided in a way of information and connections on that level. And there's people like myself who are compassionate and doing the projects, but don't know where the points are to get their projects done. So some of that to me is why I think we keep hitting into each other. It's not a coincidence.
It's not, right?
No, it's not. I will not ever agree that it's a coincidence.
Then I ran into him at a restaurant randomly. And, his story is a great one. We're looking to do something with his program and support teachers. And so these are the kind of people who are coming here. He's in the boondocks. He's not in the city. He's doing great work. Not many people know about the work. We hope to support financially. We hope to showcase his work and have our members fund some of these education projects for the schools and for the children that are involved. And so this is just one example of meeting inspiring people and what they're doing when no one's watching. But Anthony, we're watching. The infrastructure that's being laid out in Ghana by visionaries who have dedicated their lives to building incredible experiences, and so this is happening all over Ghana. Infrastructure projects. This here is a hotel that's going to be in Gamoa Fate, about 30 minutes from us. World-class hotel, heliport, just incredible modern features. And this is not unusual in Ghana. I think what happens is people, when they think about Ghana, they think about, or when they think about Africa and Ghana, they think about poverty, and there is poverty here. But what is not showcased is all of the incredible positive things that are happening. And so real estate construction is the first part of the bigger tsunami of Black Americans moving here. So it's inspiring to see the legwork, the grunt work of what's being done all across Ghana. It's also inspiring to see the artistic side of Ghana. This is the National Theater of Ghana, which I would equate to something between Radio City Music Hall and Carnegie Hall. We used to have season tickets to Carnegie Hall, and we just never imagined, never gave much thought that when we gave up our season tickets to Carnegie Hall, that it would be so easily replaced by theater and the arts of Ghana. And so this was like a pleasant surprise for us. We came here and we get to see just the incredible work that Ghanaians are doing in the field of art. So that's incredibly inspiring as well. Sometimes you take your inspiration from unrelated topics. When you see people putting in the work, it's an idea, you bring your characters together, your personnel, your talent. You build out your infrastructure, in this case, stage setup, and you follow the plan. No different than real estate, actually. So I was really inspired sitting in this theater amongst all of these black people, seeing this fantastic presentation. This one happened to be about the, I don't know, maybe compared to Barack Obama, the Kwame Nkrumah, legendary, iconic political figure. Then you have inspiration like this, where, you know, Ghana is lacking in infrastructure. Roads are underdeveloped. The statistics are anywhere between only 15 to 28% of Ghanaian roads are paved, so there's a lot of dirt roads like this. And so, you know, you play the hand you're dealt with. So entrepreneurs here have to, you know, make it happen given the circumstances. So it's really inspiring when some of our fellow entrepreneurs have what we consider to be gems, where an establishment like this, you might just not even know that there's something back there. But when you get back there, it's just a whole fantastical endeavor happening, serving great food. And we find this to be the case for a lot of entrepreneurial activities in Ghana, where there's just a gem, an oasis of sorts behind a wall that's tough to get to. I'm also inspired by the local Ghanaian entrepreneurs who, you know, are some of the most talented people in their craft and don't always have the luxuries of things like dependable electricity, waterproof and moisture-proof environments. And yet, what we have found is that their quality of work is on par, if not surpassing, a lot of the similar work we've experienced in the States. We've also been inspired when we've gotten visitors. Daisy has gotten quite a few visitors, but when we get visitors from the States who come to visit us, you know, not knowing what to expect, and they see how we're living, how comfortable we are, how we've made this home, and more times than not, they're blown away by our home, how comfortable we've made it, how we're able to entertain them very comfortably. And so it's a good feeling to see the surprise, the relief on their faces when they come visit us. And so I find inspiration in that as well. Like we even inspire them in different ways on what they might do differently or how they might change their mind along the lines of retirement, where they might want to live eventually. You see the wheels churning in their minds. Like, wow, didn't even know this was an option. And so hopefully we can inspire a lot of people to consider retiring here as an option. I would hope so. So our friends have started all kinds of businesses, ranging from restaurants to little hotels, to service industries, and it's inspiring to know that Ghana is not easy to start a business. It's not our normal environment, and we're not familiar on how things work here. So it's a little tougher for expats to come here, start a business, and have a thriving business. So again, when I see the people putting in the work, overcoming the obstacles, pushing through those times that it makes you feel like you want to quit. For some people, it's once a month. For others, it's every hour on the hour. It's inspiring to see the resiliency because we want to be here. And so that's inspiring. And then we have the pleasure of being around other like-minded individuals who've come here and have created their own incredible experiences. And then the kinds of people that these establishments attract, just incredible. Once you get to know them, what they're working on. And this is an example of one such Black American who's been here for decades, but created this one-of-a-kind experience of just revolutionary Black thought leaders from around the globe. Fantastic work. But the kinds of people that show up at these kinds of places is it just makes you want to be a student. Take out your pen and pad, write down, listen, record all of the gems coming out of the mouths of these really, really smart people. And I feel like these experiences happen more so in Africa than we had in the States, because we were basically it felt like we were guests in someone else's party surviving. Here, we're all the main guests in our own party, thriving. And so every time you meet someone, they want to be here in Ghana. They purposely came here. They all have great stories to tell. They think our stories are great that we tell. We think their stories are great that they tell. So it's just this really magical back and forth of camaraderie, support, and respect. And this is just, I remember this scene here. This is just an incredible scene where this gentleman Flag, him and his wife just hop around the continent at will, months at a time in Senegal and Kenya, wherever they feel like going. They just happened to be in Ghana when we were hanging out with our friends at this location, a meetup for Black intellectuals. What's more inspiring than that? Going to a place where you're always going to be fed intellectually.
I thought I had lost my mind. I told him, I said, well, sons, I want to tell you guys that I'm tapping into my feminine side.
Uh-oh.
Exactly. That was their response. That's it. Well, what are you talking about now? And I said, you know, I've been that macho man, outlaw, gypsy, all my life. And it's got me here, and I said, okay, I'm cool now. And so now, since I've been studying my art and balance and all that, and the Dogon saying that we're half and half and all that, I said, so I'm going to make a conscious effort to tap into that aspect that's in me. So, and that's my model. And so, since I've done that, I'm coming here today, and I got here and I was way overweight, and I was stressed out, and I was plotting on ways to kill my neighbor. And I came here and I said, yeah, but my health. And I get here and I see you ladies, and I see you out and about and climbing the stairs and all this. And I want to say, well, that feminine energy, I'm going to tap into it some more. And I'm going to utilize you guys as to keep me on the path
See there?
of righteousness. So I really appreciate, and this is, as they say, the universe is unfolding as it should. And if you let the feminine energy lead the way, you can't go wrong.
I love it.
Thank you.
And I would say one of the most inspiring things was spending a lot of time with the, as they self-described, they would call themselves the old lady gang. Dolores here has decided to move here. She invited her 2 friends from California to come for a month, and we hung out with them for extended periods of time. They're all older than my mother. They all have canes. They all move like 2 miles per hour. But these women decided that nothing would get in their way. They would live life. They would never say no to anything. So, I mean, after watching these guys, I mean, I felt a lot of emotions on just the will and the desire to live and be 100% authentically yourself, to not let any obstacles get in the way of what you want to do in life. I've made so many excuses about, oh, I can't do this because, I can't do that because. And then I saw these women never say no to anything. Things that I didn't think they were going to be able to do. They did. So when you think about inspiration, you know, there's not going to be many more examples than this group of old young ladies who will motivate you in new ways. And I just feel so lucky to have met them. One is a teacher for many years. Another is a writer / poet. And so yeah, this is one of my favorite inspiration stories. I guess what's the takeaway here is the only thing getting in the way of you and your dreams and how you want to live and where you want to live is the shackles that are self-imposed. The things that you tell yourself you can't do. The reasons why you've tricked yourself into thinking you can't do them. But I would argue, and these ladies would argue, that you could free yourself into believing that you can do anything and actually doing everything. So for me, the takeaway here is just move forward. Don't stop. Don't listen to the naysayers. I mean, when this horse showed up, I said to myself, there is no way in hell these ladies are going to get on this horse. I was wrong. I don't have any footage, but let me just tell you, they were riding those horses. Very impressive. So that concludes this this video of inspiration. I hope you get something out of it. I hope it was useful for you. I hope it can be one little spark that triggers your next moment of inspiration on what you're going to do next in your life. I also want to remind you that we have Airbnb offerings for anyone who wants to come to Ghana, and we've upgraded our Airbnb experience where we now have DIY travel itinerary as well, where we give you the options of what's possible to travel, where you can travel a little more inexpensively for many of our budget-conscious Airbnb guests, and a lot of other information. So take a look at our Airbnb commercial here.
Traveling to Ghana? We got you covered. Off the Wheel is offering affordable Airbnbs and a do-it-yourself travel guide. Our apartment units are modern, comfortable, safe, and 100% as advertised. Did we say affordable? Why pay expensive hotel rates when you can get a more authentic experience for a better price? And we have even more savings for you. Once you've booked, we provide all the details needed to visit the must-see Ghana tourist attractions. We give you the cost per person, lunch estimates, travel costs, and a suggested tip, so that you can create your own DIY travel itinerary that fits your schedule and your budget. For those that want an all-inclusive travel package at a higher price point, we can pass you on to our travel partners. Whether you're traveling solo or in a group, we can service from 1 to 12 travelers. Enjoy on-premise amenities like tennis and racket sports, basketball, pool, and more. We even provide airport pickup and drop-off. Once you compare costs, you'll see that DIY traveling with our personal insight will allow you to enjoy Ghana for a reasonable cost. Who knows? With all the money you saved, you might donate to a local cause or invest in a local initiative project through our sister partner, Expat Impact. Hosted by 2 former New Yorkers from Brooklyn who jumped off the wheel and moved to Ghana, who'll be your on-premises attendants to support and guide you.
We can't wait to show you what life could be like off the wheel.
Looking forward to hosting you.
See you in Ghana. And so all of this talk about inspiration leads us into our next Airbnb extension, which is called Expat Impact Tours, where we have a tour experience for you that you can stick into your normal traditional tourist destinations that you'll be going to, the Slave Dungeon, the Slave River, the Volta region, Abri. These are like the normal things that you would go to, but we also have a tour that you can intermingle with these other things if it resonates with you here. We've been lucky enough to make friends with other entrepreneurs, change agents, doers, and these guys are doing amazing things. You tend to attract what you put out into the universe. So our tour experience focuses on our network of friends and colleagues, primarily for our Airbnb guests who want to do something beyond the normal Ghana tourist attractions. Take a listen.
Want to add a different tourism vibe to your Ghana trip? Come visit expatimpact.tours. Our day tours visit our network of expat colleagues who are doing amazing things in Ghana. Expats have been flocking to Ghana to create their own destiny and leave their own mark. We take you on day tours to visit the nonprofits they founded, interesting companies they're building, and to eat at their establishments. We give you the behind-the-scenes info on their struggles and what they've overcome. Will you one day be the next stop on the Expat Impact Tour? What will we inspire you to do? Expat Impact, Destination Inspiration.
So, thank you for watching. And we hope that we can be a part of your inspiration. Please subscribe to our channel and consider joining our membership if what you hear resonates really well with you. And Dacia will be back next time. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of comments. What happened to Dacia? You're too boring. We don't want to just look at you. I get it. She's the star of the show, but it's intermission time. So, like I always say, if you're ever in Ghana, stop by, have a beer, have a wine, have a scotch. Let's talk about opportunities. Let's talk about inspiration. Let's collaborate. Let's build. And see you next time.
You're grooving, Africa. You're grooving, Africa. The music, Africa. You're moving, Africa. You wear clothes, Africa. You wear clothes, Africa. You're dancing, Africa. You're dancing, Africa. You're prancing, Africa. You're prancing, Africa. Romancing, Africa. You're going, Africa. You're going, Africa. You're going.